Councils in England are drastically overspending on their budgets for supporting children and young people with special needs. According to figures obtained by the BBC, councils across England have overspent by more than £324 million this year. In December of 2018, the government announced an extra £250 million for councils over the next 2 years, on top of an annual budget for high needs of some £6 billion. But the number of children and young people receiving support is growing. More than 14% of pupils in English schools have some sort of special need. Many councils say that they expect to slip further into the red in the coming financial year. Our education editor Bramwyn Jeffries reports from Dorset.
Check for hens because
6-year-old Malachi hasn't been in school since last September. His dad, Alexander, has had to take unpaid time off work. Malachi faces extra challenges, including epilepsy and autism. But as yet, no special school place has been found, even though a care plan sets out legally what this little boy needs.
Malachi struggles every single day of his life because he's not getting the provisions and the support that he needs. So I think the impact is immeasurable. I think he feels rejected because he can't understand why he can't go to school like every other child.
They're not the only family in this desperate situation. Dorset, one of many areas struggling with demand.
1 fish, 2 fish.
This could help with future costs.
Some are old and some are new. Some are sad.
Charlie is in a new special pod, added to a mainstream local primary school.
It's quite exciting and quite happy. I normally like going into other classes, but I do like being here in the pods.
The sensory room here helps children with autism, but the council's overspent on paying for day-to-day support. So why is there such pressure on special needs budgets across England? Well, it's partly because children who get a care plan at this age could still have the legal right to support until the age of 25.
You have to understand that we are there to...
In Dorset, this Conservative councillor says they're running out of options.
It is a multi-million pound problem. Up till now, it really has been a case of drawing on reserves and measures to offset it and reorganising budgets in order to be able to cope with it. But there is a breaking point, and Dorset is not alone as an authority in recognising that day of reckoning will be coming very, very soon.
So what grooming are we going to be giving him today then, Oscar?
I'm going to give Scooby a full groom.
At 17, Oscar's now an apprentice, thanks to help at school for his autism.
Good boy.
Support his mum says is still needed to get Oscar into work.
It would be incredibly sad to support a young person till they're 16 and then say, that's it. Because life goes on beyond 16, and I think some of the most critical period is 16 and beyond.
In my career, my education doesn't stop. I still have to do like all sorts of written exams, even if it's just, you know, like stuff to help with starting a business, whatever you want to do. I think it's so important.
Much of England is facing similar challenges. The government says it's listening, but none of that will stop the costs rising. Bramwyn Jeffries, BBC News, Dorset.